LED technology screens. You know, it's interesting on how we work and do things at the end of the day. The entire time we're taking care of that other business, people thought at the end of the day I wasn't doing anything. Like I wasn't getting anything done, this, that, and the other, da, 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 da. And I kind of explain to people at the end of the day, if you see us basically cracking down on somebody that knows they should be doing something today, your chances are we're working on something insane. So, this is the upgrade version of AdTech. It actually has another version of it. So, this right here is a new TV panel technology we're working on. It's actually almost done. We got two more applications or something we need to add to it, and then it's completed. And again, it makes an epson projector look absolutely incredible. It is not going to be available online. It's going to be made for the offline business we're actually about to run. So that's what that technology is for. And if you've seen any of the demonstrations on this technology and what they're designed to do, these things go anywhere they want to go. I mean, literally outside where we want. We did all that testing. Everything's done. This is going to be for the marketing campaign for the technology offline. The warehouse is offline. The business offline. That's always being engineered for. So, that's why I say I get my job done at the end of the day. I can come in and do what has to be done and get it done. I don't approve of YouTube allowing this individual to go out and do all this stuff he did. I don't approve anyone who basically didn't do anything about that. And just so you know, we're good. We're definitely good. So with that being said, everything is taken care of. Everything is taken care of. I finally prayed on this and got what I got the right people at the end of the day, and it's done. So I can move on to what I got to do. It's already finished. There's going to be a massive investigation, and a lot of people are involved in this thing. And remember, at the end of the day, you got to answer for everything you do. It does not pay to do anything that the devil tells you and coaches you to do, because the outcome of that is going to be absolutely awful. And it's sad that people sit there and stand by and allow people's companies to be ripped off. I pay for patents, I got to pay for trademarks and everything else in my company. I wouldn't appreciate somebody coming in and tampering with something that I made and I worked hard for, or trying to take something away from me that I built with my bare hands. So I can understand these companies at the end of the day on why they're so upset and why they're so angry about individuals ripping them off. And I hope they go after every single person that's involved. I hope they prosecute everybody involved, and I hope they come after YouTube, because YouTube had to see that stuff that was going on and looked a blind eye to it. So bottom line is, keep in mind, we got lawyers going after YouTube, and YouTube says they're not responsible. Kind of, yeah, you are responsible, because, yeah, he ran a major counterfeiting ring out of that unit. So, that's pretty much all I got to say. That's a done deal. I'm getting back to my work here. So, this technology, no, not available online. Definitely not going to make it available online. This is going to be for a couple of big companies we're working with that is going to have this technology. But I thought I'd come in and show it to you before we get ready to start flooding YouTube with our new technology. Oh, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. And no, like I said, not coming to online. Besides, they're like $1,200 a screen, a panel. But not exactly cheap. They cost a good amount of money. So one of those panels, where's he at? I'm about to say. One of those panels at 24 by 36 costs $1,200 for one panel. If you wanted to do a calculator here, roughly it should be around about $5,000. $5,000 to do a 235.1. So that panel right there costs you $1,200. They were going to be $8,000. That's where they're about $8,000. I got people that'll pay it. They have no problem with it. But my clientele, the people we're doing business with, they're happy with $1,200. Now, when I said my clientele, that means I have a clientele of customers that we have outside YouTube that's interested in buying that technology. So all that complaining online, no more. Bottom line, we're going to be doing business offline a lot. So that means at the end of the day, we're going to advertise this technology, get into a showroom, get in expos, show it up the same way you're seeing it right now, and get that $1,200 per panel. It takes about 4 of those to complete that big frame behind you. I got people got no problem paying it. And that technology right there is roughly about 60% done. %60 done. It's already done. And that screen can go anywhere it wants. Which I prove it in the demonstration. So I had to show that, I had to back that up. The people that are going to spend the money for the screen, they want to make sure it can work. And me walking all over Allentown with this thing, showing videos of fireplaces and people dancing on little digital displays everywhere I wanted to go, basically made them happy. Isn't that beautiful? So, just to let you know that we're going to flood YouTube. It doesn't make a difference whether you like or not. That don't make a difference. Investors just want to see the technology. That's it. And they got to come to the showroom anyway. So they got to come to the showroom. They got to come here. They got to check out the technology. See what they want, they like, how much money they want to put into our company. So it doesn't make a difference whether you watch it or not. It doesn't make a difference. We already got investors coming on board. So I'm going to flood YouTube. And I'm going to flood every other social media channel to show that this technology is boss. And goes anywhere it wants to go. So, whether you like it or not, it doesn't make a difference at all. Whether you watch it or not, it really doesn't make a difference at all. As long as you can upload the video, send it over to the investor, and the investor can come in and see it, or the major business can come in and see it. Imagine at $1,200 a square for one of these things, and someone wants to do an advertisement for their windows, and they got to get 6 of these things. They don't mind paying the money. Now, for companies who are asking for bigger surface, got a guy coming to ask for bigger surface. I got the millionaire who wants to have the big giant panels put in. These are the 4x8. He doesn't mind paying $20,000 per panel. We're about to get paid for this technology. So a whole entire time, when you guys thought that I was occupied by that idiot in the day, no, we're engineering this. I told you we do multiple things at the same time. That's what we do. That's my job. I do multiple things. I multitask. So I can literally go in, as I said before, file complaints, get the proper channels put in, get you locked away, and at the same time, build $1 million technology. Look at that. That's on an Epson powerlite. That is on an Epson power. A $16 projector is running that right now at $24,000 in the ceiling. And that screen's front and rear. You can see on both sides of that. So, that technology, if you're online and you want it, you got to come to a showroom and pick that up. We don't ship them out. It's a local technology. So all of Allentown has access to that. Any company in Allentown has access to that. But if you're not local, you're going to have to come get it. And guarantee you that anything you think at the end of the day that can compete with that, you're sadly mistaken. Go take your OLED outside and see what happens. Ain't gonna go well. But anyway, yeah, it's offline only. We got anything involving ad tech is offline. Anything involving any flex, screens, whatever, all that's offline. And sooner or later, that paint over there also will be offline. Actually, we got a new version that's coming out. It roughly runs around $700 or $800 or something like that. For like a quarter of that stuff, for 50 ounces of it. It's actually a more advanced version of it. Where do I want to go with this thing? This thing's incredible. This is a new upgrade version of it. Oh, is that a new video? I haven't seen that one before. Let's see what this looks like. I just watched Call of Duty, the new one on this thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It looks insane on here. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you. It looks insane. Yep. You gotta come down local to pick one up. And you have to have an appointment. You can't walk in and pick one up. You gotta have an appointment. I like how iPhone has it set up. iPhone has it to make an appointment. You have to come down. You have to register to pick one of those up. You're watching 60% ad tech. The ones outside, they were roughly between 15% completed. So, for you high ends at the end of the day, not for you guys at the end of the day that sit there and complain about our technology, for the people that can afford. That technology is going to be $1,200 for a 24 by 36 sheet of it. If you want to go out, you want to build the big frame we have behind us, about $5,000. But I guarantee you, you won't find anything on the planet that'll match it. And I also guarantee that you can go anywhere the freak you want, because I did. I was all over Allentown for one. Now, I'm going to go into a hall and do some demonstrations in some of these buildings all over Allentown. I'm going to tell you something I'm going to do. I'm going to take my Kinley projector, and I'm going to go anywhere I want with it. I'm not going to bother giving you challenges. You know what? There's no point. You can't compete with that. You already know what to do. How long have I been doing demonstrations outside? Has anyone matched any of our stuff? All right, then, there's no point in talking about it. That's for those of you who make crappy products. That right there is a more superior technology. I've never seen this one before. What is this one right here? This is actually pretty cool. Now, for people at sports bars, restaurants, and all that stuff at the end of the day, you want the technology, you got to make an appointment to go pick it up. It's only local to Allentown only. Kind of reminds me like the Gucci's back in the day. When Gucci's came out, you can only get them over, and if those of you remember this, you can only pick them up in Atlantic City. So if you want a pair of Gucci's, you got to go all the way to Atlantic City to get those particular sneakers. So this is how this is going to be done. The only way you can obtain this technology is you're going to have to come to Allentown to get one. And you're going to have an appointment. Which means you put in some fake demonstrations or any fake information there, you're automatically blocked. You can't buy one. You get banned from the door. If you want one, trust me, you'll want one. Look at that. You can see right there, there's a Coca-Cola bottle on the other side. Should I put the Coca-Cola bottle in? You can see right there, try to transfer that screen. Look at that, how beautiful that thing is. And we got it right over top of the 24, because I wanted to make sure that light can make me hit with it. Let me show you something, how amazing this is. And like I said, it doesn't make a difference if you don't watch or not. That doesn't make a difference at all. Because we already got people already ready to buy it. You see how clean that transfer is right there? No imperfections, no spots, nothing. Clean right through. That was done with a roller. I told you we got a new solution now that allows us to be able to apply a screen like this with a roller. No more spray guns. Future, baby. Future. While you guys were on there breaking the law, we were building an empire. I was over there at that car show. I was looking at that $300,000 military vehicle. I'm getting it. I'm buying that vehicle because I can afford it. Look what that thing does. And look at the projector we're using. Let me show you the projector real quick. We're using a high and expensive 4K projector. No, we're using an Epson, dirty Epson. I love my Epson, by the way. Powerlite 6. It doesn't even have a proper adapter in the back. It's using no HDMI port, and it can read that. Has an invisible gain technology, not invisible gain, but visible contrast capabilities. It can read black even though it's invisible. Light can transfer right through it. As you've seen outside in sunlight, that thing can operate at 50 to 300 lumens in direct sunlight. I did a promo demonstration talking about how we're better. You see the demonstration. I know you hated it. I can see you hated it. But that shows how powerful that technology is. Now, it doesn't make a difference whether you like it or not here. It's not for you. This is for companies at the end of the day who want to get the best out of their products. They like Apple. Apple would love to be able to display, make the windows rain apples. That'd be beautiful too. They can do that now. They have that power. Or McDonald's, if they want to have a fight with a hamburger and milkshake, or have Grimace or Mayor McCheese run across the screen, they have that power. Nike, at the end of the day, they want to bring track stars to run across their screen, and they can do that because now they have that power. See, the difference between what we do is I build companies. I allow companies to have the ability to be able to take their dreams and ideas and go farther with it, where other people steal from them. That's the difference between what we do and what other people do. We build, they steal. And some people supported their steal too on top of that, which is actually pretty sad. But remember, in life, everything you do, you have to pay for it, and you will. Whether you did nothing at all, you still pay for it. You have to answer for all that. Until then, this is not coming online. Don't look at the websites, don't bother email us about it, you can't get it. You have to literally come down locally and pick one of those up, and you can't just come down. You have to have an appointment to get one of those. So if you think you just waltz on it, not going to happen. You have to have an appointment, and we have to approve the appointment too. So if you get one of these, you're extremely lucky. Not everybody can get one. For companies, they're endless. For everybody else, well, it's not going to be. It's going to be a limited edition. I'll make sure I take care of my Alatonians, of course. But if you want one of these things, you're going to have to make an appointment. And it's if we have one. Now, for those of you thinking at the end of the day, why would you do that? You can make a lot of money. Because I don't chase money at the end of the day. I told you that. We've had this conversation before. I don't chase money. Look how beautiful that's going to look. So that'll place your TV and everything else you want at the end of the day. You don't need to have a TV when you have this technology in it. That's why it's called TV visual. Because that's what it does. That nonsense about having some tantalizing visual effect. Get out of here with that bull crap. This is what that means at the end of the day. So, fully ultra shorter compatible. Those who are into the projector mapping field, have a ball with it. Those who are in visual effects, special effects, all that, have a ball with it. Fully weatherproof, it can be submerged underwater. You can push an image right through it, no problem. With any form of distortion, doesn't even exist. And as you can see by the technology the building to be able to absorb at 24,000, the projector is eco mode. You got what? 100 lumens versus 24,000? Yeah, it's no competition at all, period. And it can read right through the screen, crystal clear with no problem. Companies, like I said, you want to advertise and bring your technology up to the future, that technology right there will allow you to bring all your logos, anything you want, actual life, right through your window, and the projectors are costing next to nothing. Because I'm doing it at $16.25 for my demonstration. That's what it cost me. Now, for you haters out there, I got some very, very important people coming through, and also on top of that, that's why I built the setup. I have a showroom. We're going to have 300-inch of this technology on display. And it's going to be sitting in a network room with all these cameras that are designed to broadcast that technology anywhere it wants to in the world. Get a massive advertising team come on to show that thing anywhere they want to go. Anywhere it wants to go. I could be at it 9 o'clock in the morning watching a movie of it. Where can you be at 9 o'clock in the morning with your product? There you go. That's the right way to say it. Leave the channel because you can't be anywhere at 9 o'clock in the morning. While you're sitting out there and other projection screens, all of you out there, while you're sitting out there trying to block window light by covering up windows and trying to adjust the lighting in your environment so your screen doesn't wash out, we're in your backyard playing with this technology right here, while you're inside ready to come out and play. The SFEG technology, Sun Fusion Energy Gain, is the most powerful gain in the world. There is no technology, no gain that has the ability to do what that screen can do. Look at that. Isn't that quite impressive? It has a new heightener sitting inside of it. The one you just seen in that gaming technology that can pull that high white level, makes the gray screen blend into it at certain times, and basically when you switch the contrast, the gray screen's not even there. Wow, isn't that beautiful, right? So if you want a piece of that dream right there, got to fill out the application form. Make sure you get approved first, because they have to approve you first. And once you're approved, then you can come down and get your screen. Then you can pick out your projector. What are you going to buy? You don't need an expensive one, so got 20 bucks in your pocket? That's all you need. 20 bucks in your pocket will allow you to do that. Those sitting back on, what do you call, influencers sitting back right now with these $3,000 and $4,000, $5,000 machines and looking at that play right now. Spent too much money, right? Those who spent a lot of money, you spent way too much money. But then you didn't know. It's not your fault because you didn't know. There's a lot of expensive projectors sitting on eBay for sale. You know what that's going to trigger off? Those big companies out there, LG, all of them, contacting my company at the end of the day, seeing if we can engineer screens for their showrooms. Yes, we can. That technology right there does more than just movies and sports. Again, advertising technology, expose technology. It has a spray-on coating application, allows us to take it anywhere once. We can golf simulators, we can change anything we want. We hit with that technology. That coating converts anything you want. Desk, we can convert that to basically what we call visual effects and interactive technology. As a matter of fact, I got 2 pieces of equipment coming in that allow me. It connects made some Microsoft system that pieces to a PC, and you can actually do amazing things with that. So I've got to get one. It's not the connection to something different. So I actually bought one. So I'm going to be using all types of interactive technology with that. One of the programs from using will allow me to be able to bring an AI onto the screen. So we're using something with the Connect, which is called a kind of a AI, artificial intelligence, but we're using it with the Connect system. Can you imagine AI connected that connects? Yeah, there's a software for PC. So that allowed me to sit there, wave my hands in the air, and a little dog will pop up on the screen and start barking and everything, and I can take a ball and throw it, to catch it and bring it back. There'll be power to that screen. Future, see? So while you guys are on there doing your dumb stuff in the day, I build the future. And that's what you're looking at right now. The future is going to make Mr. Bird extremely rich. I freaking love the screen. It's hooked up to my PC right now. I can literally replace my monitor now. I can literally get rid of the monitor. Now later on we'll have customized sizes, all that other good stuff whatsoever. You can go and customize your screen once your application is approved. Your application is approved. You can go get one. We like going and you can go buy one. I wouldn't even bother wasting time to come here. You have to have a proof from our company saying that you are approved to get that screen. Man, that thing is gorgeous. I can't wait to finish my 235. My family's going to get the hookup. All are going to have the screens in. They want them in the driveway. My brother wants in his custom garage. Oh yeah. We're shipping them down to Dallas. Got family down there. My buddy wants a whole Dallas set up for him. For his whole man cave, he wants one in there. We're going to do a customization one in there. 150-inch plexiglass setup for him at the end of the day. That's my buddy. That's my family. Of course they get the hookup. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. So, like I said, it doesn't make a difference if you watch or not. It doesn't make a difference if you subscribe or not. That makes no difference. It'd be different if we're doing all our advertising through YouTube. We're not anymore. This is why I'm putting out the money for advertising companies. The first one we got, I like what they're doing. I got another company that actually works with AI and all this stuff that we're working with them. So I'm planning to actually pay a lot of money for advertising through these paid companies. Because that's our next stage of advertising. I want to be on commercial, I want to be on radio, I want to be everywhere with this technology. So your little campaigns don't mean jack at all. And your screen paints and what you got can't compete with this. You want to challenge the screen? Let's go outside and play. Oh, you can't go there, can you? That's why I said y'all could have been testing y'all stuff out. That's what I was doing. Should have been going outside testing out. I can't wait to do this thing. Oh, we got the DJ screens coming out. All right. That's all the time I can give you. I got business to conduct. People to call, things to do. Go get a mop, clean up the drool, because I know you're a drooler looking at this technology. You have nothing to come close to it. You don't even care. The clientele we got coming in don't care about what you have. You have to back up what your stuff has. Your stuff is going to be fully tested. And by the way, stop running companies without a license. That can get you in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. But I just found out today. Somebody else. I'm going to leave this one note real quick after we start flooding. For the individual, we had to put a lot of into. It's taken care of. Be prepared. That's all I got to say to you. Goodbye, people. I'm going to be on. I'm going to plug YouTube like the daylights. I got all this stuff to advertise. We got a new tech now. SFEG, Superior Transparent TV Panels. On panel. We're selling one at a time now. So, again, for those of you who are interested in the technology, if you want it, you can't pick it up. You have to have an invite from our company, and you have to fill out a form to get one of those. It's the only way. Other than that, you can't get it. As for companies can get it. They have access to it. Because I told you I wanted to switch company to B2B, but I'm still doing business with customers. As for the screen paint, that technology we have right now available on our website, that's for now. Once we reach what we need to reach, it's going to be switched over to that newer technology. And that stuff is about $800-900 for every 32 ounces of it. Well, and if closers are going to say, well, no one, oh, please, come on, give me a break on that one. Seriously, no one to pay what? Are you kidding me? You get people paying for our stuff now. It's like $500-600. Please. For what we do, our track record at the end of the day, and what we do at the end of the day, oh, please, come on, easy. I had several people come in and see this thing at the end of the day. They were blown away by it. Like, oh my goodness, how much are these going for? $1,200. I said, no problem, done deal. And then when it's out, we'll go pick it up. That's you saying, no one will pick it up because you can't afford it or you're too jealous to have it. So that's you saying that. Look how beautiful that looks. That projector costs less than the projector you have sitting up there in your setup right now. So, to get one of those, you have to fill out a special application at a special site to get it. That's the only way you can get it. And then it has to be approved. Because it doesn't mean just because you fill it out, it has to be approved. Once it's approved, then you'll get a notification letting you know where to come pick up your screen. That's the only way you can get one. Other than companies have to basically just contact us. We do a, what do you call it? It's a Zoom call. All calls are Zoom calls. So we contact and communicate with them back and forth, blah, 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 because we got to see exactly what their settings are, see exactly where they're putting the screen at, all that stuff and everything. This little communication goes back and forth, a little bit more with companies. And then they got to decide where we're going to put it at, what type of projector, a little bit here and there. So that way we can give them a kind of a hands-on kind of thing when it comes to this technology. That's why. And then once all that's completed, they sign the agreement and we ship out to them on how many they want. Now, for those of you who like to steal at the end of the day, you touch the patents and copyrights and trademarks on this, and you're going to feel like World War III just went off in your freaking front yard or backyard. I'll get your place raided in a hot second. From what I just seen at the end of the day and what I just learned, I love it when I can learn information. What I had to go through to clamp this guy at the end of the day, I learned so much on so many different agencies, on the type of paperwork and everything that had to be filed to get someone put away forever. I got that power now, so I know how to do it. I know what agencies to call. Any state, I know exactly who to call, who to contact, how to get it locked in, and how to get authorities at your front door to begin the process of putting you in handcuffs and carting you away. Forever. Because he's never coming back. I can tell you right now. He is never ever coming back. No matter what he does, he delete the whole channel, that channel goes missing, ain't nothing you can do. We got tons of information on it. So I learned a lot of information by going through that process. And I know that at my end, I'm going to hire some pit bull attorneys, big boys. I want big dogs at the end of the day. For that stuff, oh heck yeah. I want an amazing IT tech team at the end of the day, all sworn in officials, if you know what I mean, that have the ability to go in and dig the earth up on you. Figure out everything about you, your hair color, eye color, how many pimples you got on your face, the whole 9 yards. I want them to find out every single thing they can find about you. And when we get all that compiled and bring that to the lawyers, everything has to be done, everything we got on your YouTube channel, social media, I don't care what it is. I want it to look like World War III just popped up at your front. There'd be so many black trucks out there, you'd think, you already know what you've done. Go run. Probably get tased in the process. That'd be fun to watch. And when my company gets you in that courtroom, I'm going to let you know something today. Your life is over. We're going to bury you under the prison. I do not like people who touch trademarks, copyrights, patents. I don't like you people. Because you basically rip off companies at the end of the day. These people had to work hard to get there. Their companies didn't boom to start out of nowhere. They had to work hard to get those companies. They had to work hard. And nobody, unless you were born with money in your mouth, or you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, that's the only way. But most of these companies started from somebody breaking their back every single day, working hard, going through the depression, going through the pain, the tears, the blood, the sweat, all of it, just to get where they're at right now. And you steal from them. Jamie, I did this for Stan Lee. Steal from my buddy at the end of the day, whether he's on this earth or not. Terry doesn't come for you. So, for all you people today, call yourself Marvel fans or not? Let that man rip off Stan Lee like that. When I told other people, and the people we had contact with about this, what you were doing, and who you ripped off, and a lot of people are Marvel fans. That's dirty, man. And they did that Comic-Con. So now they got to dig up all that. They got to go to Comic-Con records. They got to go do all that. Transactions, orders, booths, tables, who was here, who was there, who bought what, who bought that. I warned you and I told you from the door, get that stuff back. You don't do that kind of stuff, man, at the end of the day. And then you're not from our country at that, and you did that nonsense. I mean, man, that's unbelievable. You never sat back and watched that mess happen. Now, one person contacted FBI or anybody. We're the only ones. Bunch of cowards. And people coming to rip their own country off. These companies go out of business. You know what kind of ripple effect that causes to the economy? Companies start caving and start going under. Yeah, it's going to affect you. Things that cost more money. They lose profits at the end of the day. Companies like that can go out of business. Toys R Us went out of business. They can go out of business just because they're mega giants. At the end of the day, you think they're pushing in all this money. They got massive bills, stuff they got to pay for at the end of the day. The bigger you grow, the more you got to pay out. You got to keep that flow going, to keep that going at the end of the day. And people stealing from companies don't help, and it makes it worse for them. And people sit back and watch that stuff happen, thinking, oh, I ain't going to let it happen there. It's a company at the end of the day. Blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. I love Payless. I bought a lot of my stuff from Payless, man. A lot of families went to Payless at the end of the day. It's a nice place to go, because you know why? You can buy shoes for the whole entire family. Now Payless is going. You know how hard it is for families now to get shoes for the kids and stuff now that Payless is going? It hurts the economy, it hurts the people, it hurts everybody at the end of the day. Toys R Us. I love Toys R Us. I went to Toys R Us all the time to buy just about everything at Kitty, City, KB, all that stuff like that. Counterfeiting is dangerous. It rips a lot of people off. And that's why it should be taken very seriously. And I'm glad and thank you to the people we had to contact who basically helped me to get this done. So, I'm going to be adding in my 2 cents in there with the fact that we have process service go to the door showing he has a record of doing this nonsense, of ripping a couple companies off, and passing over receipts for Frankenstein, that's involved in Universal Studios. So we are a victim of copyright infringements from this individual also. Not only are the ones that filed the complaint and got the job done, we're victims of this guy at the end of the day also. You can hate me all you want for what I did. I did what I had to do. That's it. You don't have a right, for those of you who sat back and basically allowed that nonsense going, you don't have a right to salute that flag. You really don't. Either you want to basically try to build this country or you're not. If you're not going to build it, get out of it. Leave. You don't belong here. I don't stand for none of that nonsense for trademark and all. I won't stand for it. The minute anything pops up on my account, YouTube says, hey, can't have this, I delete the whole video. Doesn't make a difference how many views are on it, I delete it. Because I'm a person myself I'm a person myself who is a victim of people touching my copyrights. I don't tolerate that mess for anybody. So whether you don't like what I do at the end of the day, whether you don't like, I don't care at the end of the day. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So that's basically about it. I got work to do.